Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of the TypeScript Tea Time. I'm your host Mirko and welcome you in, well, whichever part of the earth you are. Or if you're extraterrestrial, that's also fine. Welcome, welcome. Have a cup of tea. Cheers. So today we are going to do something, at least at first, something slightly different from what I'm usually doing. And that is because I'm basically right in the middle of doing things. So what are we going to do first? So we take a look at this app that I'm currently developing, and which is actually fairly close to release, to open beta, but some issues arose now with push notifications. So what does this app do? Basically, when you open it, let's maybe I have to start the server and stuff. Give me just a second. So I'm using Expo for developing this. So Expo, which is basically sits on top of React Native. Is that the right link? Yeah, apparently it is. Let me send that to the chat as well. Finding the correct link, however, is not trivial in this case. So this little dude, and now I can. So on my Android emulator here, I can open the app with the help of Expo and or React Native actually. And now it's building, and then we can look at it again. So the big idea is having motivational quotes. Man, that's a difficult word. Like for example from Einstein and so on. But the knack here is it's not from Einstein, but it's just regular people like you and me. Who want to support each other and show some gratitude, share the awesomeness that they feel, and that might help you achieve your goals as well. And so what happens is basically whenever each day you get one message. In this case, it's "you are amazing," which is from Peter from England. Let's ignore that one. It's just from Expo. We can reload and we can look at other screens. So basically you just see one message, and tomorrow you see another message, and the day after tomorrow you see another message. And you can like them. For example, like this, you double tap, just like on Instagram, and you have it in your favorites. If you want, you can also delete them, but in this case I want to look at it more. So thank you, Peter from England. Can take a short look at the settings. Maybe, for example, we want to switch on dark mode, or we want to handle push notifications, because that's the important one that I'm currently working on, and which is working, but it will not work at scale. And that's what we're going to continue looking at. We also have other languages, for example, German. If you can speak German, ignore the red in the background. Maybe I just close that. So down here, everything is in German. All of this is in German. Deine awesome Nachricht, Spitzname Land. The message itself is still the same, currently at least. At some point, we might be able to have like messages per country. What I would like to avoid is auto translating them, because that definitely will never work. Yeah, and the other one is Japanese, because I can speak Japanese and everything is fun in Japanese. Home, for example, and share, and so on. Sugoi meseji. Again, the awesome message itself is in English, however. So let's switch back to English because you probably can read that better than Japanese, most of you. So now the thing that I'm working on is notifications. So usually, well, it's kind of annoying if you have every day you basically have to open this app and then you see the new message. I mean, that's okay, but most people would just forget about it. Wouldn't it be amazing to just like you do your regular stuff and at some point you get a push notification with that, which essentially or exactly says basically this, unless it's too long, because there's a limit to your characters that you can have in the message on top. So that also works, and I'm basically using Expo to help me with that, which then forwards everything to the for example Google notification service or the Apple notification service. Although currently we're only doing Android. But so you can basically set the time that you want to see the message, and everything works, but error handling is terrible. And seriously, error handling is terrible. So let me explain how it currently works. So I have a kind of architecture overview here. We have the app itself here, and basically whenever you open the app for the first time or you click this enable button, you basically register, and you register with a specific service called EasyCron. And from there, so this is basically cron, or a web cron. Let's call it web cron. Speaking more generally. And this thing just calls a specific Lambda function each day, which then sends it to the Expo push notifications. Is it too small? Yeah, it is. Sends it to Expo push notification, and then it magically goes to Google push notifications, and then it lands on your device up here. Ta-da! So the problem is with error handling. This works perfectly fine unless somebody uninstalls his app or her app. Then this never gets cleaned because the clean function is never called, and you cannot. Unfortunately, there are no like hooks, if you want to say so, to catch when your app gets uninstalled and then, for example, unregister everything. That's not possible. Probably also because, I mean, somebody could just uninstall your app and never go online, for example, or they switch their device, for example, also is another case. They don't need to uninstall your app. So the fun stuff comes with error handling. Everything is fine with just sending notification. That works perfectly for over a year now, I think, maybe 1.5 years. Everything is fine there, but error handling is just, oh my goodness. So currently so there are a couple of things that make error handling even worse. Currently I don't have my notes here. Give me a second. Here we go again. Now I have my trusty little notes here, which I now want to basically also make in actually like not on paper that I lose definitely within 1 week. So basically we have the following. Let's put this one here. Or do like, we essentially only need some arrows, I think. So the first thing that happens is you would send a push notification. Why did that transform? Okay. And push notification. So, and this happens with the help of our trusty lambda function. Lambda function. Oh, actually, we can also use those. Lambda, thank you. So we have a trusty lambda function which does that for us, and which works fine. So it sends it to Expo. Oops, my bad. Expo push notifications. And Expo, so Expo responds with, let me see here on my notes. So we have send notification. We then get back the following. We get either just receive okay, or we receive an error. So, but that's not all. The fun stuff happens after this, because this here is actually not, it's an okay ticket, and this is an error ticket. Repeat. So the fun stuff happens now. Even if it says okay, it's not okay. The problem happens that, so this now tries to so Expo tries to send the notification. That happens next, and then, however, so in the background, actually this happens in the background, and at some point actual results become available, and this can take up to 30 minutes. These things are called receipts, by the way. So, which means until we can actually handle any errors, so here we can handle errors, basically. Handle error immediately. In this nice case. The problem is with this one up here, and that's actually the regular case if you want so. You basically only know up here, finally handle error. So kind of we have to wait 30 minutes. So this is wait 30 minutes. And this is what happens in actuality. So this makes things complicated because we have to bridge this 30-minute gap. And a lambda function, for example, can only run 15 minutes. So this is a problem. Lambda only runs 15 minutes. Runs smaller than 15 minutes. So that's an issue, of course. So what do we do for that? Things get complicated from now on. So, and here we actually also don't handle the error. Actually, some more stuff happens. We actually get the we finally get those receipts with this ticket that we got, and then stuff happens. So what I want to do instead is completely rewrite everything. So we have essentially this problematic case, but things might become slightly more complicated. So yeah. Let's do this. This is our app, the You Are Awesome app. So let's see. Yeah, finally handle error. So we have to bridge this gap by basically we will save this ticket and then do something with the ticket right here. So then let's add some more arrows here just to finish this one up. Oh, that didn't work. What happens is we get we exchange the token ID, sorry, ticket ID with receipt. That's what happens, and then in the next step we do some more stuff. So then we are again in this case, so either we get this part here, or receipt is fine, which means do nothing. Receipt is fine, push notification sent correctly or successfully, let's say. And then this is, so do nothing, essentially. The problem is with bridging this gap here. The problem comes with bridging this gap. And this bridging this gap means we probably need a database to save this ticket here and then use it back here. So, fun stuff. The current architecture that I have, so we are basically in this here. Everything happens in this push notification thing. We send the push notification and we get a ticket back and we save that ticket. Put ticket. And then after some time, basically we just do this on a schedule. We invoke another function which looks at all those tickets that have been created and then handles them. So that's the thing that we have. And now I want to completely restructure things and basically eliminate this dude by replacing it with a database, which makes things simpler, hopefully, at least to a degree. So we need what just happened? And I would just draw this diagram basically. API. So can we make these into the default? Set default style, thank you. So this is an API gateway. And we have actually two of those. Actually. Yeah, actually it's just one. And then it fans out. One is into a Lambda function. Here it is. Is it? Let me just check something here. Let's just decide for one color, for example, this one. So we're now doing some AWS architecturing. This is an API gateway. This is the /push/ put or post /push notifications /register, and which then triggers a Lambda function, which then basically just puts something into a database, which is in my case DynamoDB. That's what I'm aiming for, let's say. So this is DynamoDB push notification subscriptions, and this is the put operation. So that's the simple case. Analogously, we need something to unregister, and we can, oops, I think I can just copy all of these three here, you and you, bams, bams, and then we say move, and we say post /unregister or unsubscribe, whichever you want to call it. So far so good. Now, how does sending notifications happen then? That's a very good question. I think we will have another Lambda function, which is send push notifications, and which looks at the database. So in here we kind of have some text, like the cron time, as well as the exponent push token, which will be used to identify, or schema is basically this, which is a string, and this is also a string, and maybe some more metadata. But this one will then get by cron time, and then it will give me this one, and it will go to exponent. Expo does not exist. I suppose I can just use an E. For example, this one. Is this an E? No, that's an. So we use this E for Expo. Expo push notification service, which then sends stuff to Google. Well, that didn't work. Firebase is essentially Google. So this is Firebase Cloud Messaging, which we actually use, FCM. And with that, stuff lands back on your device, actually. So it kind of goes like this and that. Put, post, message plus expo push token. We use these two informations, and then those get back sends notification. And then it lands back on your device. So So far so good. Now we receive back from Expo two things. Can I like get this one? Thank you. We receive back from Expo. Come on, give me them. Okay, well that works. So we respond with ticket or receipt ID, and that receipt ID we can get back, get or send plus get receipt ID. And this dude now uses this to go to the tickets API, push notification tickets, maybe notification tickets, and says put receipt ID plus cron, no, not the cron type, plus Expo push token, which is then inside of here. So this dude has a schema again, which is on the one hand kind of, let's see, the type, which is essentially just error or success, and the Expo push token, maybe a timestamp and some more information. But I think this is the most important one, as well as the receipt ID, which is a string. So this dude now, should get called by the handler. We want to handle those tickets after a specific time has passed. So one question still stands in the room. How do we invoke this function? And that's what we have, my bad, what we have event bridge for, this guy, which invokes this one. Invoke once every minute, for example. So every minute it gets called, and it gets the cron time for now. So because it gets called every minute, it can just call and these cron times are actually per minute. So you have like the 3,600, is it? No, 60 times 24, 1,440 possible cron times in here. And for each minute we get those cron times and those push notification subscriptions, and possibly if we get any subscriptions at that time, at that minute, send this. Otherwise we do just nothing. So that's event bridge for you. We then have some more stuff because it doesn't suffice with this. I'm moving this outside because it's outside of AWS. So now we have to handle those errors, those possible errors. So basically after 30 minutes, we invoke another Lambda function, which this time looks into this database. And what it does, can we group those two here? You and you, I want to group you guys. Set as default. Group. Wasn't there a group? There it is. Okay. Yeah, perfect. And these two probably also. Control G. Okay. And this one is the handle success tickets. So there are actually two cases even here in this case. Oh man. So there's another to do here. To do error tickets. Now, those success tickets do a lot of stuff. So it takes the receipt once it's completely available, and exchanges it into like whether the sending was actually successful. So this dude calls this guy. Now it's getting confusing. I suppose I just do this. And this guy actually also gets invoked every X hours, for example. Now, this dude here exchanges the receipt ID for the receipt. Or it gets the receipt by receipt ID. Get receipt by receipt ID. Get receipts. Get all receipts actually. All success receipts. Tickets. I bet. And then what does it do? So it checks, you can basically have the following. It either the receipt can be kind of, I don't know, status, it can be okay, or it can be an error. And if it's okay, we just delete the ticket. So that's one thing. If okay, if a receipt is okay, state okay, then remove ticket. So that's the simplest case. Let's hope we have more of those. The error case is more complicated. If we get an error, I want to basically unsubscribe. If we get an error, or let's say, depending on the error, I want to unsubscribe. Sorry, this is, let's call this subscribe, and this is unsubscribe. Unsubscribe, push notifications, subscribe, push notifications, subscribe to, unsubscribe, rum. That formatting, whatever. We basically want to call this function up here. On error, unsubscribe from push notifications. On error, unsubscribe by exponent push token. This is post API slash APIs. My mouse doesn't work. Okay, now it works again. What just happened? API slash API question mark exponent expo push token equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. So we have this on error here. And then that's basically it, I think. That's basically it. So one thing that is annoying here, I mean, you can do this one by one. The problem is this one then runs forever. So one thing that I'm thinking about is to put an additional queue or SQS right in the center. I'll take the Q symbol. Okay. SQS Q. So because that's basically fire and forget. So this dude can just say on error push, let's say, because it's, I think of it as a JavaScript array. We push the expo push token into this queue, and probably we also can do this, and this guy then gets invoked. I'm not 100% sure how that works. I think it's poll. I hope it's saved. Oh, please let it save. Oh, God. That was kind of shocking right there. Poll. Yeah, ideally it just invokes on message. I think then we are done. So we have all of that stuff, we have all of that stuff. This is kind of annoying, but whatever. Like so maybe. And I think then it just works. So this dude unsubscribed by just saying, okay, put this inside of here, and this automatically then it will just work, we expect, because it's basically just one DynamoDB operation. And we don't have to write the code again. And down here, we want one more case, which is, for whatever reason, another arrow. If received status error, then push to SQS. So fire and forget. Then delete or remove ticket. And that's it. think we've got this. Man, the error handling is absolutely ugly. But to be honest, I mean, we could also do something like this instead and just directly delete it, but I personally don't like that. This might be very large. Yeah, the data set on which, so this one is a bulk operation essentially. And I don't want to add another layer. So it already talks to a database and it talks to exponent push service. So we should not make it talk to another database, but maybe just fire and forget to SQS, and then we don't have to care about this one working. So it's kind of more resilient, I think. We don't run into the 15-minute time limit so easily. If this one runs still into the 15-minute time slot, we can just invoke it more often, up to the point where we invoke it every 15 minutes, which is the limit. After that, it gets complicated. Then we have to do something on this side. Okay. All right. I think I know what to implement. Most of this is fortunately done. So this one is already working. This part is already working. This one I still have to add now because I just came up with the idea. And this one as well. And this one I have to rewrite because currently we use the web service, webcron, instead of our database. But it's easier than what I'm doing currently. Because this is actually not complete. Okie dokie. All right. Hope that was somewhat interesting to see me architecting or designing this resilient. Is it resilience? Well, everything it's definitely pretty much secure because this one is encrypted. So DynamoDB is encrypted. SQS is encrypted. Here, I think we can. Well, it's HTTPS encrypted, so that should also be fine. These are also AWS in turn, and this is just in memory, so that one's fine as well. EventBridge doesn't need to know anything about us, and these calls are all also encrypted with HTTPS. So I think everything is secure by design already. This dude is also resilient. This is more or less resilient. We do make some basically unnecessary calls possibly here because we call this every minute, right? But I guess that's fine. Hope this one, yeah. I hope this one works the way I hope it works. So maybe I make a red arrow, this big one, and make it red. Does this work the way I hope it does? And then there's the problem of migrating the data, which is fortunately not a thing right now. I can just ask the people to resubscribe, I guess. And then everything is fine. Or I actually just it's not too much data. I can probably just write it myself with some script. Okay, well, that was interesting. That was definitely interesting. I do have to analyze this dude here. However, okay, because this might, so this invoke once every minute might be on the best effort basis and not 100% accurate, and we of course want to avoid, oh my bad, want to avoid sending the same notification to the same person multiple times. Okay, that's it on that front, I think. Yay! So from here on, I will switch over to PhaserJS. PhaserJS, and we say done, and we say clip that, I think. So I can immediately see the thing. All right. Now let's close this dude and that dude. And we go back to our T-Wars, because T-Wars. And we do some things there. I actually see that we still have something in our to-do list. Let's see. Let me switch over to my Trello board. So the to-dos are actually in the Trello board, which you can also find right there. It's public. Although you of course cannot write to it. So oh, what did I just do? Let's see. Okay. So healing shows a positive number apparently. I don't know. Do I have like archive to-dos or archive done? That work? Yeah, that's a thing. Nice. Thank you, past me. Thank you so much. All right. Then let's do the simple one first, and then we see what else we have to do. I did have an idea for an interesting task. So yeah, let's see. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Wait, what? What did just happen? Let's drink some tea. Localhost is doing strange things. There it is. Okay, perfect. He was Will-O-Wisp is attacking us. And we can add some debug, adventurers, which all spawn on the same place. Let's attack. Oh, we cannot attack apparently, but we can die. Oh no. I do think we can actually make this larger, this area, the spawn area. So maybe let's add that exclamation mark to do. Increase adventurer spawn area. But for now we are doing the heal thing. Oh, welcome, welcome. Man, she had the whole name. Young Hydra, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. This is our little So we just switched from AWS architecturing, solutions architecturing, over to PhaserJS, where we build a game on stream, and it can be played on stream in particular. So if you say hi into the chat and you are interested, we can play around together. Otherwise, I will just explain what is going on. So we have all of these adventurers. You can be one of those adventurers. Oh, hi, hi, hi. Good to see you. Have a cup of tea. Okay, then let's play around, I guess. So first of all, let me explain. You can be one of those adventurers. I might wait 10 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Then I'll just explain and then... Okay. Then just listen to the ASMR. or me pouring tea. Like, I hope you don't have to go to the toilet thanks to this. Although that's a nice way to spend those last 10 minutes. Yep. Okay, so explaining once. You can be one of those adventurers, and you can control the adventurer from Twitch chat, and you can then start attacking the monster. The monster attacks, of course, back. So it's Final Fantasy style. So the monster attacks, and then we can attack, and then the monster attacks, and then we can attack each person individually. Kind of MMO RPG style also. We can also heal by now, and I think about adding a revive command as well, but for the time being that doesn't exist. We have some more I think animations that we did last time. So it fell down and we had like a little dust animation and this animation that the adventurers come jumping in, and they can also attack. Actually, they can also in particular heal and then receive heal. I don't have a button to trigger an attack, however. Well, maybe I should add one. But for now I want to have this heal because, so as you can see, it shows like -14, and in the debug heal we only ever heal by 14. I think the minus should not be there. If it's a positive number, it should just be green instead of red. So I think we have like damage numbers, which are also used for heal. If damage.toString. So we actually want to have damage.absolute. Is it math.abs or something? Math.abs. Yeah, abs. So we get rid of the minus. And now it should just be up. So this dude takes damage and we see 20 damage applied. And if we add an adventurer here, where are you? There you are. And she receives heal. It's a green number with 40. Yay! Perfect. So that was very simple. I'm only learning JS, currently looking at this being made. So, sweet. Yeah, it's cool to know that you start learning JS. Particularly, we're doing most of the things that we're doing is TypeScript, which is in a sense a superset of JavaScript. But a lot of things definitely are the same. You can, yeah, with in particular the newer versions of JavaScript, you can pretty much do most things that you can do in TypeScript. You can also do in JavaScript, except that you don't write something like scene or number and so on, the type, and then in terms of TypeScript it will just check before it actually runs. Did I actually provide a number, or did I provide a string? And if I provide a string, it says, you cannot provide string. One does not simply provide string to number in TypeScript. Yeah, so a lot of things overlap there. And in particular, if you want to write TypeScript, you should know a degree of JavaScript, I guess. So math.apps solved all of our problems. We have like episode 27, is it? 28 already. Time flies. Yeah, 28. Which is just change or fix, actually, if you want to. Here, numbers without sign, minus sign. Webams. There it is. So exclamation mark, come on. Done, positive. And then we can go into doing whichever is left. I don't know, A. I can't really read it, it's too small on my screen. So I just guessed the letter A, and because it's, as long as A is inside of the word, I think it fuzzy matches it. So increase adventurer spawn area. Let's go into the adventurer class, and somewhere up here we have like the spawn area hard-coded essentially. There it is. 150, which is the X position. So let's look at the screen and try to understand what this means. So Phaser starts counting its coordinate system up in the top left, which is fairly common in computer graphics. And then the X direction is just like in school. If you had a coordinate system, usually you go in. So for you, it's in this direction. My image is actually mirrored, which is very confusing to me. So if I do this, it moves in the other direction. You move in that direction. So here is x0, and then it's x1, 2, 3, 4, and in pixels. So this is like 1000 or something. And then the y direction, however, goes down, which is for me as a mathematician very, very confusing again and again, and I cannot stop saying it. So 1 would be like here, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 1000 y. And if you go in the other direction, you have like -1, -2, and then out of the screen in the -y direction. So 150 should, so this whole thing is like, let's see, game config, 1440 large. So because these are just the overlay dimensions, I just hard coded them. And all I ever do is run this overlay here. So I can just use these fixed numbers. So 1440 is right here. So 150 is somewhere up here. Let me think. I think there was I think in one project we can do something like this. Sorger. And I have like a debug mouse there. Can I copy and paste like this? Yeah, it works. Ah, sweet. So this debug mouse, basically, it just sets a text at the top left in a very large screen. And depending on the position of my mouse inside of the window, it shows the position. So I can now, so the X coordinate we see here, which is 10, which is basically up here or here. And the Y position is also 10, which is, so it should be somewhere here. These are X and Y position. This is just the text at the beginning, but we set the text every frame. And this configuration is basically just the font size and stuff. Font family and color. and font size. So what I can do, and I'm done work if you want to try it. Sweet. Let's give me just 1 second, maybe. Oh no, let's do it. Yeah, let's play a game. So I do have to start the backend, however. So we are actually having a server running. /server, and I need to start that one. It starts a database because all of our... So why do we have a backend? Why do we have a backend first? Because all of your data is like, or all of your like, if I say all of your data is persistent, it sounds like I'm data mining you. That's not what I mean. Your experience, your health, if you level up, you get stronger. All of that is persisted, and we can play over multiple streams. That's why we have a backend, because you don't want to have direct database connections in the front end. So that's why we have a backend, and we also have it because we want to learn stuff. So database is running, and we see that it has connected. You cannot see that because my face is in the way. Come on. It has connected here to Twitch chat. Face, go away. There it is. Connecting to IRC, Twitch TV. And it joined actually our channel, so it's also listening to those messages that we write now. Let me move that here. And if we go to the rules, yeah. So as soon as the battle now starts, I do have to switch off the main scene, the the development configuration false, and then reload that one. Yeah. So in just a second, you can, as soon as a monster falls from the sky, you can start doing !join, and then your character will appear on screen, and then you can start doing !attack, and you can just, for example, you can say !attack. The exclamation mark is important. The monster's foot, for example, because you like foot, not feet. I attack, or attack with all my strength, and exclamation mark, with all the power in my hand. You can do all of that and more. And in particular, you can also do !heal, which is another command, and then you type @, and you get auto completion from Twitch, for example, at TypeScript tea time, for example. And then you we can heal each other. You can also heal yourself in particular. So are you ready, young Hydra? Do we have, I think volume is also on. I will see how it goes. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh my god, an ambush. It's the Spirit Naga. We don't have sounds for the battle yet. Exactly, you can !join. That's exactly how it goes. And then I will join alongside you. Wabams! There we go. Let's do this. We can now start attacking the monster. Attack, exclamation. So any sentence with !attack, or any !heal command, for example, !heal TypeScript tea time, which now I healed myself for, I didn't see how much HP, But it showed up. It was just too fast for me. Actually, I don't know what happens. So every 30 seconds, the monster actually attacks. Fortunately, it was basically a miss. That might have been slightly too early. Why does it not work for you? No! Why broke? Exclamation mark heal? You did heal me, but it didn't render it. Interesting. I can do it. So in the backend, your heal was actually applied, but it wasn't rendered on the front end. It has 1 HP left. It's like not visible at all, but it has 1 HP left. So one final exclamation mark attack, and we did it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Yep, it will now loop forever. One thing that I don't quite understand is, was your heal rendered? I think it wasn't, right? I think your heal was not rendered. So thank you for playing and good job. So have a cup of tea. Let's switch off that one. It should stop in a second, I hope. Interesting. It continues running. Can you still hear the music? Like I've seen similar with stream avatars, but this is much more smoother. Like I'm having to say attach, you can say I want to attach your head, attack your head. Ah, yeah. Cool, glad you like it. Can you still hear the music? Or is it just on my end, by the way? First of all, were you able to hear the music? And second, can you still hear the music? Ah, the music is running here. That's why. Yeah. You didn't hear the music. You didn't hear the music like at all. The other day it was working, but it might be because I've stopped my desktop audio. I guess. So two things are weird, have been weird. So when you try to, that's fine. I don't mind any typos. Half of my text is wrong anyway. So two birds of a feather. What I didn't see is have your exclamation mark heal did not apply. At least it did not apply on the front end. It did apply on the back end. And I think we can actually query that. So if I go to HTTP, project. Server bamps. So this is the server part. And we have like HTTP here. We can get all of the battle data. Or we can just query that in our browser, I guess. And yes, the first few are empty. And that's due to us having played a couple of rounds. Which of avatars meant or move, or it just showed the number value. You did see the plus 14. That's good. Maybe I just missed it? Maybe I just missed it. So here's our battle log. Do we have an ID which I can just take? Created. Apparently we don't have an idea. But this is our, so we see here the party, Young Hydra and TypeScript T-time created at this time. All right. Thanks for the heads up. And we do see that damage received, at some point you did heal me. So received heal Young Hydra. And so TypeScript T-time healed you. We also have one where, here, type healed, you, the actor, healed the receiver. You healed TypeScript T-time for 11. And I actually also received that, making me into 95 HP. Left. So on the backend side, everything is fine. We might want to check it on the front end side. Like, I think this command then. So, where do we go? Make this slightly smaller. So this is the method we use. So we connect to the backend using WebSockets and a library called Socket.io. Let me share that with you. Although we are using a way older version, I think 4.0 just came out like a couple of months maybe ago, maybe even only weeks. We are using actually version 2 because our backend framework is not easily available, compatible with version 3 and 4 at that point. Now they've upgraded. And we start listening to messages essentially. So the backend does all of these events and then immediately sends them over to the front end. And then we look for specific event types. So event.type, for example, the monster appeared. And the join event, we look for damage received events and for attack events and so on. And then we render accordingly. We also have the healed, received heal event and the healed. Wait, are these different? Healed is the active. Okay, maybe we should rename this into cast or heal casted to see what's actually meant. Yeah, let's maybe do that. To do rename healed event to heal casted or heal cast. Let me remember English. Leo, cast. Cast. Okay, yeah. I was just checking the English tense of cast. Sorry, the past tense of cast. Cast. We do receive the heal, and then we do something with it. So we get the adventurer, which is just the target, and then that adventurer receives heal, which sounds correct enough. We show the damage number. We update the health bar. I'm from Europe, so Germany, currently. Although I'm kind of half, at least in times where you can travel, I live half a year in Osaka, Japan, and half the year in Germany, Berlin. I have guessed mainland Europe, no further than that. Yeah. Can I ask where you're from? It's always interesting. We had like some people from Sweden. I know some people from Slovakia were here, as well as some German people. Also from the US, we have a couple from time to time. Always interesting to see, and in particular to also see and learn what people are working on, which kind of projects. Because I mean, we all as developers, we should all stick together. Ich spreche etwas Deutsch. Very good. And it's actually like even the correct spelling and like capitalization, which is, I think, very hard to jump. Ireland. That's my next goal, by the way. So I won't show my wall, but right behind my laptop that I have here. Yeah. I have a small wall with pictures of goals. And Ireland is definitely one of my next places where I want to live for multiple months, or at least 1 month, because it just looks like Lord of the Rings in real life. I'm sorry. I actually visited it once with my brother back in the day. But yeah, I definitely want to go there, and I want to not only, like, we were just there for a couple of days, and we were basically always on the road, which is not the style of vacation that I like. I'm like, go there, stay there for a month, and eat the food that you have, that people eat there, like go shopping the groceries that they have, and go to the pub that they go to, and so on and so on. You were taught German for 7 years. Wow, that's a long time. It's much more than my French. I forgot every single word. I can't even count to 10 anymore. There's a pub in Kerry called The Shire. Seriously? Nice. Let me just understand where Kerry is. Kerry, Ireland. In the bottom. Okay. I think I was here, if I'm not mistaken. But I forgot which place directly. And I remember signing myself in Dingle, probably. Is Dingle a bad word? I think it's fine. Is Dingle a bad word? Automod actually. Okay, well, I have no idea why it marked you. It's a town's name. Dingle. Right there. Dingle. I mean, oh, look at it. It's just so... It could be from Bob Ross. By the way, there's a Bob Ross Twitch channel. which is streaming Bob Ross 24/7, I think. But I mean, you can have the scenery like live, right? Which is so amazing. Yeah. One streamer, like shout out, I think it's Nucrion. Yeah. One streamer that I'm watching from time to time. I think he's from Canada, if I'm not mistaken. He's always hosting Bob Ross. Dingle. Oh yeah, that's so nice. Look at it go. The water is clean and but the weather changes so freaking often. Just the one day that we were in the touring, like hiking, me and my brother, like 5 or 6. No, I was still in high school. By now it's 10 years ago, I guess. It was just raining, sun, raining, sun, rain, sun, every 15 minutes, which was at least an experience. It's so nice. It's so nice. Wow, it's Rohan. Look at it. I want to go traveling right now. Yeah, I do like Star Wars. If you start with Stargate, I cannot talk too much, unfortunately. I know some memes. What about Star Wars? That is the Irish life, but this year the summer has been so warm. Seriously. Okay. Yeah, somewhere here. And I remember it was a street where you can only basically go in one direction, but nevertheless, people are going in both directions, and the local people are just like... It's a street along the cliff, but the locals are just 40, 50, 60 kilometers per hour, or I don't know, in miles, sorry. Use the metric system. And they were just like, and I'm sitting on, in particular as a German person, you're not used to going. Wait, is Ireland left or right? Like the cars. So the island Mount Skellig is off the coast of Kerry, Cork. The island in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, where Luke is the island. Cool. So it's not only Ireland is not only like Lord of the Ring. It's also the place where some of Star Wars has been playing. Sweet. I didn't know that. I learned something new today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Skellig. Ireland, Gaelic. Wow, that's out in the sea. It's probably rough there. Like if you actually live there. Oh, it's a monastery. Interesting. You probably don't want to be out there on a... Wow. I've been to a place like that in Egypt. But this is again something completely different. Wow. Look at it. It's like Alcatraz. Alcatraz, but... Oh, it's Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider. Oh. Jesus. I want to go. You can take a day trip. Only 30 minutes. Wow, that's nice. Some of Game of Thrones also was filmed there. Man, I'm so jealous. German movies are always terrible. And no movie is ever filmed in Germany, I think. Except it's a war movie of Second World War. Nice. Yeah. So that's in the background. I have like island, house, ruin, picture. Maybe I can find it. Green landscape. Come on, Google, you can do it. Similar to this one. Maybe it's even the same house. It looks similar. It looks very similar, to be honest. It might be this house, but from another direction. Similar to this one as well. So that's right after my laptop. It's pretty common here. You're making me so jealous, except for the weather. Seriously, I want to go there again and just hike around and then stay in one hotel after another, if that's possible. Oh, look at it. It's like, first of all, it's probably a grave, so you don't want to go there. But it also looks like one of those houses in Lord of the Rings in the Shire. Seriously, I want to go. I did get my vaccination the other day, so today it's 2 weeks. So I'm kind of safe from now on. Of course, I have to be careful not to infect any other people when I'm too careless. Man. And I also like the accent and the Irish tongue, like Gaelic. It's so, I don't know, it's rough, and it's also, yeah, it sounds like the tongue of people of the sea. My grandma's old house is like that, about 150 years old. Wow. They never knocked it, so it's out the back of the new house, just naturally going away. Wait. Have you said earlier your English is not so great? Or are you just talking about typos? If you live in Ireland, how can that happen? The grave thing is cool. It's New Grange. You know it, wow. If you go on the summer solstice, I don't know what the solstice is. The entire inside lights up. Wow. Of course, the sun shines in once, like in Skyrim. Sorry, but popular culture kind of got me. It's amazing. It's the longest day of the week. Is that the place where they there are a couple of places, I think all across the northern European hemisphere. They have a couple of monuments, like 5,000 and more years ago, built at that time, and they wanted to have is it equinox? The where day and night are equal. They wanted to know that time, so they build those like Stonehenge-like. And maybe also the one you're talking about, which was it? New Grange or Nuke Range? That's not a great name. New Grange. Let's call it New Grange. So they might have back in the day built it that way so that they know when the equinox, or in that case, apparently it's the longest day of the year. So it's like the 90 degrees rotation of the equinox, which is only once per year. I know what you mean. So New Grange is more just religious. They believe the spirits buried would be transported to the afterlife with the sun. It's fairly common in a lot of cultures. I think old Japan has something similar. In particular, the sun is the highest goddess, Amaterasu. Amaterasu. Is it Su or is it Zu? I actually don't know. Amaterasu. Let's see. Kanji. Terasu. So it's Himmel shining, actually, just if you go in the what's it called, in the signs, the kanji. Himmel shining is also the name of the highest goddess, the sun goddess. You see that like in anime like Naruto and so on. It's all super interesting. I could go on forever about Irish places, and I would love to hear more. To be honest, it just awakens my adventure spirit more and more. So thank you so much. Most weekends I like to like drive somewhere historic that's new to me. Oh, that's cool. That's very nice. Is it possible to go by or to travel around with a bike? I mean, the rain might stop you from it, huh? Because I just love cycling. And I also like I did get my driver's license when I was 17, and 17 was also the last day that I ever drove a car. The next time is probably when my wife gets a child and we have to go to the hospital like in no time, and there's no other way around it. So yeah. So I was wondering whether it's possible by bike. You could do it if you are very good at cycling. Because also there is like the hills and stuff. Yeah, true. Like northern Germany. So I'm original from this area here. It's like so up to like this area of Germany, there are basically no hills. In the we had a hill or mountain even, and it was actually written on maps of our area with 14 meters above ground level, sea level. 14 meters, and we called it mountain. Or you can take bikes on the train. So between trains and bikes, I'm sure you could. oh no. Yeah, 40 meters is rough. I mean, you almost started sweating, almost, on a very hot summer day. Yeah, and basically the whole northern area is like that. I think Denmark is also just like flat. Sweden again, it gets more mountainous. My brother wanted to go with, actually this summer he wanted to go with me to one place up here, which was actually pretty rough already. Vesterfjell or something. But unfortunately we weren't able to. Going hiking, and it was like 1,400 meters or something. Kiruna, I think Kiruna is one of the places there where we wanted to head, and then from there on somewhere here, maybe this place, I don't know, but maybe next year, I don't know. I've been to Norway. Oh, it's very expensive. Fortunately I was like not young enough for my brother to pay all of my northern country visits. Next time I'm the one who has to pay the next few, because now I'm a software developer, so he kind of expects me to, together with a good rental for him. I mean, it's fine. As long as we can travel around, that's fine. Norway is also amazing, like in particular those areas around the fjords. Nice. Yeah. I always tried to, did you know in Crusader Kings, like the game, the grand strategy game of the Middle Ages from Paramount Paradox Entertainment, I'm not sure which one. There it's New Ireland. So basically you have this kind of map that you can play, but most noobs play on Ireland because you can basically just play one country, and it's the easiest place to learn how to play the game, which you probably also lose the tutorials still 3 times or something, and then you start getting a hang of it with the help of your tutorials to see what you have to do. And you always start at New Ireland, and I think in let me remember the names. I forgot, sorry. But anyway, and the names are always like Kalcha and I really apologize to enjoy chatting with you so much, but our guests arriving in 20 minutes and I need to start cooking. Oh, enjoy cooking. Have a nice evening and hope to see you next time. So since you're in European time, it's Tuesdays or like today at 18 o'clock. And for you, it's 1 hour shifted, I think, compared to Central European Standard Time. Cool. Looking forward to see you again. Thanks for the chat. It was a lot of fun, and I definitely want to visit Ireland. Yeah, probably the first place is go back to Japan and then get married finally, and then the next goal, first of all, getting back to Germany with my wife, and then Ireland. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Let's finally check what happens on damage received. So let's see. Maybe. Is it a problem that we never destroy this emitter, huh? Do we? So we might need to do something like this. This.events or this.scene.time.delayed call. Thank you, GitHub Copilot. And what's the timeout? The timeout is, I don't know, 2000. I think we can just look into heal and see the lifespan is 1000. So after 2000 we should be fine. But thinking again, this might be called by multiple people. By the way, why do we set the emitter depth to be this weird? Why not this.y? That would make more sense. +1. So it's above the y coordinate, yeah. That said, we might need to spread the depth. So the depth coordinate is like in CSS you have a z index determining what gets rendered in front of each other. For example, my face now has a lower z index or depth, like this is depth 0, or maybe the wall is depth 0. Then the next one is maybe my face, which has depth 1. My left hand has depth 2, and my right hand has depth 3, for example. And this determines how it gets rendered in which order. And So the heel should be rendered on top of the person who receives it. The person who receives it, we set up here somewhere. This.setDepth, this.y. So we can probably just say this.depth, which is more expressive and scalable. Yep. And that makes it like, even if you have multiple characters staying in front of each other, the particles now fall in a nice way, except both characters have like the y index or y coordinate, like the height being exactly one difference, which is very rare because we have a 1000 numbers. But other than that, it looks pretty solid, huh? The damage number removes itself once it's done. And damage number removes itself. And yeah. I don't see any immediate problems with this. And the health bar gets updated. We crop the bar, which should also be fine. Well, we have to check it once more, I guess. Because the message definitely was sent, but that was fine. Well, I guess we just ignore it for now. Let's do the one that we actually assigned to, like increase adventurer spawn area. I think we did that once. I do want to spawn slightly more to the right. This.scene.scale. Wait. Oh, that's the y coordinate. Oh, what are you doing? There we go. The y coordinate can also go down slightly, like 400 maybe. And then this one plus 100 maybe. Oh, divided by 4, which is... Oh, that's less. Divided by 5 times 2 maybe. And I think of it this way. So 2/5 of the screen. So starting from the position 400, which is, let's say, in my small window here, for example here, and then we have 2/5 of the screen, which is almost half of it. So it's probably like this area in which we can spawn now, which is slightly more than 1/3, but not the half of the screen. And then we want this one to be more to the right as well, I suppose. I don't know, 70 maybe. Now we need some monsters. What's happening here? So just returning here, and let's say we add maybe 10 adventurers. Can we add some more? Yeah. For most of the monsters, I think that's fine-ish. There might be a few monsters which are just immensely large. This one, for example, is already fairly large. I think we can do slightly more. Let's go back to the previous position. Maybe minus 20. Oh, 20. Then we do spawn possibly fairly close to the monster. But that's fine, I guess, huh? Let's go 50. So that's a lot of adventurers wanting to attack this little dude here. But other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with this. I have an idea right now. Is it possible to like Phaser 3 rotate sprite in depth direction, like Z direction? No, that's not what I want. In Z direction. Oh, basically I already did that. Scale X. No, apparently it's not. At least not trivial. No, that's too bad. Well, okay. But other than that, I'm content with what we have now. Yeah. I like it. Like that. So the debug mouse, by the way, we haven't used. But what it does, just to show you, new debug mouse, basically just use it like this. So you give it a scene, and then what you get is this text up here, which is not there. This dot set depth, probably, I don't know, 9999999. There it is. And now we see the coordinates where I have my mouse, which is sometimes nice. Can we like revert that? There we go. So we have like episode 28, which is now change spawn range of adventurers. I think we did already change that like 3 times or something, but well, whatever works. Then we have episode 20 H refactor tool, maybe debug mouse showing mouse position. Okay, so we have like exclamation mark done, increase, and then we have, what is that doing? renaming the healed event to healcast. Okay, we can do that. So for that, I think we go into the events in particular, and we say received heal, and we have healed, which becomes healcast. Heal was cast. Yeah, maybe like this. And however, I need to look at it like this. Because it's healed. My bad. I renamed it at the very beginning. This looks nicer. Okay, perfect. So I want to rename this one into, so the quotes should stay healcast. There we go, there we go. And now on the, we also can change this one in healcast. Oops, don't save that one. Can go into the main scene to also say where's my healcast? Healed, there it is. Healcast. And now we also have to do that on the backend. That's important. So somewhere here we have like healed. Or we don't. Which is very weird. We should have it. There it is. Ah, okay. The quotes are different. Man, that's annoying. Yeah, that's all the occurrences, so we can just, what am I doing? Do something like this, and then we say this becomes healcast. There we go, there we go. And all of a sudden we have this. And that should be it for the rename. We might also rename the event. So healcast. Let's save it. And that's already it, I guess. Yeah. Then I have one more to do. I realized just now to do send events one by one over WebSocket. All right. I think that should cover it. Oh, that's a very small one. The imp is so cute. It's so cute. So this one is fine. Healcast we have renamed. We have this one is fine. We have this one renamed in the front end, and we can revert this change here. Other changes is healcast and healcast, healcast.actor. Okay, perfect. So we have like episode 28, rename, pop, heal event to healcast event. So it's slightly easier to decide which one is actually the receiving of healing and the act of casting. Now that settles rename. And now we are doing whatever the other one. Apparently A is not a thing. E. There it is. There is no A in this text, apparently. Now this is going to be more complicated, I think-ish. Me thinketh it's going to be more complicated. So we have to go to the backend first of all. And then we say, so we have the chatbot, which, where is it? Save adventurers to database. What am I looking for? Let's see. The place where we send stuff to the battle log. Apparently we do that here. We do this, listener to battle log changes. Which is a function which receives events. Okay. How is this one set? Ah, yeah, there we go. So all we need to do is, I think, change into this version. So we call the callback, instead of with an array, we just call it with a single, damn it. Wait, no, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Now we have to change some stuff here, I think. So let's run TypeScript compilation. Actually, we can just do ts-w, which is faster. So this is starting TypeScript in watch mode for me. TS is actually calling the TypeScript compiler. And then we have, wait, there is already one thing that's, I didn't save. Okay, yeah, now we see this error. Perfect. Callback. Let's go to where it is defined. It now should just receive an event and then do something with it. So right here, we just want to receive an event now. How often did we write this? Hopefully not too often. Now things happen. So this is basically, we can maybe expose this as a export type, which is E, and we call this a battle log subscriber. I guess. And from there, we can now use this as an alias instead of me having to write this like 20 million times. So this is a battle log subscriber array. Up here as well. We can save that, and now it looks fine in here, but things start happening in the subscription service, which should do something like this. But append to logs is different. It's not. Can we like we cannot type this, right? We can, however, do this maybe. Implements this as battle log subscriber, right? Do I have to name this? Interface X implements X, and we put this one up here. Does that work? It works. And now this might actually be immediately typed. Some maybe this is a subscribable, something like that. You would probably call it. So we now receive events actually. This one should actually be called append to log. Ooh, things get complicated. So we do receive an event. If this.battle, then create this little dude. Also set this.log to ... event, or just this, I guess. Otherwise, push event. Does that work? Oh man, it's definitely not the simplest thing that I've created so far. To do fixed type. So append to log. Find this. Jesus Christ. What does it do if we do that? Does it just work? It just works. Or it doesn't. Here we just have to remove all of these friends. And now in here, we also do some more interesting stuff. We rename this one append to log. Actually, what this does is emit event, I guess. And we can hopefully type this in a similar way to this dude. And we call it instead emit event. So we need to implement it, and then we can remove all of this fun stuff and this fun stuff. And now the type is wrong apparently, because it receives now an event and it sends event append logs event, like so. Ooh. So that works. Can we like type this thing? Does none of these have any proper typing? So this is a function which returns void, and it receives a event type, which is a string, and possibly some data, which is just of type any. Possibly this dude. Yeah, that works. TypeScript is also happy. For the front end, we now have to go to the back end. So this append logs is now append log. And we should have something right there, and it's now append log. And instead of receiving an events, it receives just one event, which then we can start using. So we can first of all stringify it. That's still nice. We also push it to the log. That's also nice. And now the fun stuff happens. So how do we do this one? So basically what we do here is we just look at what we did. We looked at the previous events, and we basically also already said, okay, probably we will just receive one single event at a time, except that the API was still built in a way that it was possible at least to send multiple events. Now it's not anymore. Now, that means we can just do something like if e.type is equals something, and by e I mean event. For example, adventurer killed, then do something. In other words, TypeScript now does everything. All we have to do is rename all of these things. Fun stuff. If event.type is equal to, oh, which one was it? Oh man, this is going to be interesting now. So first of all, let's take ambush. Event.type is monster appeared, then event.monster. Otherwise, event.type is join, which then becomes event.whatever. Then we have adventurer attacked. If event.type is adventurer killed, just attack, huh? Where do we have you? Yeah, it's just attack, and it's not a monster. And it's not a monster. Event.isMonster. Then we do this. So this one is done, and this one is done. Now TypeScript actually does most of the stuff for us. So it narrows down this one to a joint event, for example, just by having this, what's it called? It's distinguishing type or something. TypeScript distinct type, distinct union type. Union and intersections. There's a specific word for what I'm referring to here. Discriminative union. Oops. I wanted to copy you. So this is what we're basically doing. They have a state, loading, failed, and success. And basically you can get it either via switch and it narrows it down, or you can also do it with an if, which is pretty much the same. So let's continue and then hope that everything still works. I think we can just copy and paste this fun stuff here. And we have to say event dot. Nope. Nope, that doesn't work. Event dot. This one then becomes the event damage. There's one down again. Then adventurer received damage is this, and we call this one event dot, and this one is the, actually in this case it's complex enough that I just want to rename the event here. Probably I also want to do this right here. Can I do like something like this? Const adventurer attack is equal to this guy. And then we say all of this, adventurer attacked. Then type narrowing does not work. TypeScript. One more thing to work on. One more thing to work on. Too bad. So apparently monster damage received we already have twice. Then the next one is the monster attack, which is here. And we call this one event dot. Oh no, what did I do? Event dot target. One less. Then adventurers win. Event dot type. Let me maybe do this, then I don't have to rewrite it again and again and again and again and again and again. Received here is right there. Then this one becomes event dot amps, and then we have heal cast. great that we renamed that one. And this one becomes event. And finally, adventurer killed. It up. Event dot name. Now we can remove all of these. And we have this amazing list of if cases, if conditions, which, wait, what? Oh, wow. Why do we still have the ambushed event? Ah, because we pick it here. Okay. Yeah, so that reduced our size by 40 lines. Not too bad, not too shabby. And in particular, we actually don't need to expose all of these events most of the time. I guess just remove all of these. Although we will probably need them, so no point doing that. So there was a lot to do. That was quite some amount of changes in one go, because we did kill the fundamental interface between front end and back end, which of course needs a level of changes then. So the front end apparently still compiles and has no errors. Let's look at also at the back end. That looks fine-ish. It connected. Front end is also running. And then I suppose we can just play another round, huh? So if you're there in the chat, somebody, feel free to say hi, and then you can main scene enabled false. And then you can play around with me. So we are in the desert, and there it is. It's been a long desert trail. You've been hitting the road for 2 days. Water is starting to run dry. Your tongue, it's all dry and thirsty. Your whole throat is crying for some water. All of a sudden, you hear a cry. It's a monster. It's an attack. A homunculus attached to the desert. Appropriate. Created by some evil necromancer with his evil experiments. You start to join the battle. Exclamation mark join into the chat if you want to play with us, and then you can start actually. So the rules are this. I just got hit for 2 damage. And I hope it worked. You can also start healing. If heal target is the target and caster are identical, don't move. Do I actually want that? I don't know. Yeah, the homunculus is giving you a hard time, but you continue healing, hoping to somehow reduce the amount of damage you take, and actually healing up. because it doesn't do too much damage, fortunately. Now it is time. You've healed enough. Attack! 17 damage in. But your tongue, it's still dry. You need some more energy. So if you want to join again, !join into the chat. Then you need some more energy. You try once more. You lift your hands and say the words Vigra. Healed for 11. It didn't do the animation. Interesting. Very good. We found one bug. Yeah. So if we heal again, it doesn't do the move animation anymore. !to do move heal cast animation not working multiple times. Interesting. We do receive the event, but we do have the event on the front end. And let me check. Receive heal cast. Heal at task. Try once more. Oh, we healed for 24. Jesus Christ. I can kind of live. I tank through this. Received heal cast. Yeah. So we do receive the event, but we do not animate a second time apparently. So it's time. One final blow. And you attack. Dun, 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 dun. So I wonder where I'm actually hearing the tone. Is OBS streaming that? Apparently it's not. Test. Okay. OBS is not actually streaming the audio, it seems. I can send this. I'm not sure whether I hear double. Now I definitely hear double. Oh, that worked. So I have to share the audio probably for my desktop. Otherwise, OBS does not do the thing. Control audio via OBS. What if I do that? Do we have a new audio mixer now? No. So I'm trying to figure out, usually you should hear some audio. I can hear myself, which is very confusing. And I can definitely make it work by sharing my desktop audio, but that's not what I actually want to do. I just want to share the audio of this one window. And I'm not sure how to do that. So OBS browser source share or send audio. OBS does not produce audio output monitoring, try recording. So I'm wondering if the browser source is supposed to be able to play audio to the stream recording. Currently I can get the visual side of things up, no problem. But I am unable to hear the sound in the output, although I can hear it in the preview. Outputs to the default audio device in Windows. So I suppose I'm wondering, can you actually hear the audio output of OBS? So if someone would be in the stream, that would be great, because then we can test it. Control audio via OBS. What is that supposed to mean? Or control audio via OBS. So in the browser source, you can enable control audio via OBS. This will make the audio work the same way as other sources. So you can go to edit, advanced audio settings, and then set it to monitor only, so that it's not sent directly to the broadcast. You can set the monitoring device to, say, a virtual cable. Use voice meter. Jesus Christ. That's slightly more complicated than I would want it to be. Let me maybe, there it is. Sweet. Now if I this might be very, very loud, so I go down with the volume here. There's my music audio, maybe. Do I not have like play the music? Here, let fanfare play it. So I want this to be immediately done for now. And now something happens. I cannot hear it on OBS. And you cannot hear it on stream. Great. That's exactly what we don't want. Effects, overlay. Oh, wait. I can hear something. That's how you do it. And I was dancing all alone. But you couldn't hear it. Okay. Yeah, that works. Sweet. So if I disable this dude, it's gone. If I enable this dude, yeah, sweet. Now I got it. That means you probably also don't hear the sound from stream elements, do you? Which is like terrible. you haven't heard. Oh man, we have it like 30 streams already, and it wasn't playing a single time apparently. Doesn't it mean that it does, right? It means just that. I'm off now because I'm hearing it on Twitch with the audio 3 seconds delayed, and I'm singing to that, so you hear my singing 3 seconds delayed compared to the music. Okay, I learned a new thing today. Let's switch off that dude. I learned a very important new thing today. We can remove that one. And from now on, we should have a victory fanfare. Finally. And we also saw that everything is working in terms of sending the events one by one. So this is a episode 28, refactor, send event one by one over WebSocket. Sweet. So that one's done. Exclamation mark done, sent. Exclamation mark doing. We have like 2 right there. If here target and caster are identical, don't move. Let's ignore that one. Refresh to-dos. And then we want to doing. What is it? Cast. The cast animation actually doesn't work twice in a row, which is interesting, yeah, isn't it? I think it is. I find it very interesting. So, try to get the adventurer, and then we start here. Let's look at this dude. This.scene.add, and then that's it. Do we have something like destroy? Do we need to wait? How do phaser tweens work on that front? Phaser 3 tween destroy. So currently my audio is working, right? Just to verify. Yeah. Why does this heal animation not work? I mean, it's so simple. And it should just work twice in a row, shouldn't it? I don't quite get why it wouldn't. Main scene. Let's go into the debug mode, development mode, true. And we have our adventurer there. And now we can open this dude and we heal, and we heal. That just works. So we can call it multiple times, even if the timeout has not finished. Did we do something here? No. And we do receive the event in here cast. We did, didn't we? Let's get this one again, and then we go to the very bottom. We have the homunculus, we have some heal inside of there, probably. Yeah, heal cast, actor, and receiver. Target. Target. We have another heal cast, actor, and receiver. So those are all defined. Console log. But we did definitely see nothing. Console log. Heal cast. And console log the event. And also console log heal cast. Maybe we just do it like this, comma, and then does it show object? JSON not stringify. No, I don't think it does. Should be fine. A heal cast event and the adventurer is what I want. That should be it. Now we should see at least something. Oh. No, that's not it. Okay, I was thinking maybe the received heal overrides the exposition of the user, but it doesn't. Maybe this one? Let's maybe try another round, and hopefully we see something in the logs at some point. Exclamation mark, ambush, bye. Boy, a dragon. But it's actually just a kobold. You don't need to be so scared. It's just a kobold. Exclamation mark here at TypeScript T time. It did the thing. That was fine. Now we wait, and then we want to heal again. Come on, kobold, attack me. Come on, kobold. Come on. You want a piece of me, kobold? You get a piece of me, kobold. So that one attacked me. It works. Why? We didn't change anything. It's a Heisenberg problem. If you observe it, it works. If you don't observe it, you never know whether it works. What if we start attacking? Ah, damn it. One hit kill. Damn it. Ambush. Join. There we are. That's fine. The arrow is fine. We don't need to care about that one. I think it's at least as long as the bone dragon still tries to attack me. Oh man, what is happening? Maybe I should just reload. Exclamation mark, flee. So that should have ended the battle. Does it? Chatbot service. We have like flee somewhere here. This dot end battle. So maybe we at least say fleeing. Maybe we should just say something on ending the battle. Console.log ended battle. Battle ended. That's probably a good idea. So everything is still running. Now, if we go to the front end and we reload once more, and we do another ambush, there's a goblin, a boss goblin actually, and we can join. Then we can start attacking. Don't hit it too hard, damn it. Man, I'm hitting too hard. No, it has. Wait. No, it has. It's dead. Or is it dead? It has HP left 0. Come on, boss, attack me. Oh, it's still attacking me. Apparently the boss doesn't die on 0. But why? Boss, a monster. Take damage. This dot is dead is apparently broken. Do we have it also for the adventure? Schema. He's dead. Is smaller or equal? Okay. But that's good, because now we can start healing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We can refine our finding, our bug, into bug : heal cast animation not working after exclamation mark attack by same character. Interesting. So let's just finish it. There it is. Interesting. So we have two things uncovered right now. The one thing is episode 28 fix, a very important fix. Monster dies on 0 HP. Previously, yeah, okay. Don't need to write that, I guess. We logged something. We cleared some stuff. So this is, I don't know, E28. Clean up or refactor. Clean up. So what happens here is we are in the front end. Interestingly, we go into the adventure. When we attack, we set the Bezier curve. Wait. wait, what? I think we have to destroy the curve. So what happens here? When we attack, we have kind of a specific curve, this path from the player to the monster, which we want to traverse, and just a path variable, a time variable that we run through. And then we traverse along this path and curve, or along this curve actually. So that's fine. The thing is, so that's, first of all, that's just the logic. To make the character actually move like that, we have a when these two variables are defined, the curve and the path, we just set the current adventurer's x and y position to the curve variable's position. This way we can basically move. But this is broken in the sense that these do not get cleared. So once we have attacked once, this gets called every time, every frame. So except you create a new curve and path, it's always going to apply this. So even if we heal and we want to set the x position, it gets overwritten by the x position and the y position in here, which means you just stand still except you currently attack. I have one idea that we can try, which is making this actually do the thing. So if this dot path and this dot, actually exactly the code that we had before, but moved inside of here. Now, does that still work? That's the big question here. Do we not have like debug attack? Yeah, that's perfect. Somewhere we should have some GUI here. Folder.add debug attack. Thank you. Heal die. Maybe we make this even DER, DEA. Yeah. Now it's alphabetically. We can also just open it on the very beginning. I think that should still work as soon as we actually have like a enable true. It should still do the thing. Yeah, it does. Sweet. Then we actually we don't need to keep track of these variables. And we can just say path, and we can just say new position is curve and path, bams. We make this one maybe into const set player to curve position. on update, do that. And we can remove those variables. I think I probably should have staged things, but it looks good now. Was it just moving? No. Oh, okay. Debug attack with BAMs. Does it still work multiple times? Debug attack with BAMs. Yes. Man, this is much cooler. We don't need to have any global variables. Isn't this amazing? Isn't that amazing? Nice. Very happy. Very happy about it. And that should also have fixed our other problem. Let's set this to false, sorry. And do the thing. Oh my god, it's another ambush. Bams. A doppelganger. Join the group. So you can also join if you're there in the chat. !join, and then your character will appear there on screen. Yeah, there, up there. You want it. You want it. You know it. !attack with BAMs. There it is. Doing some damage here. Yeah. Now, if we start healing at TypeScript tea time. Yes, that works. Fixed. Sweet. And now we can just leave from the battle and everything is fine. Battle ended. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh, very happy about this. It's just so much more elegant. Let's maybe do a couple of things here. Attack, debug. And we call this one take damage, debug. And we call this one receive damage, debug. BAMs. And now we have to call these correctly. Attack, debug, receive heal, debug, and also receive damage. Actually, I can. No, I cannot. Damage, debug. Value.name. Oh, I can just do damage. This one is, come on, thank you. And this one is, yeah, thank you. So attack, receive heal, and receive damage, and die, and heal. Except that it's called take damage. Receive damage, debug. Yeah. And this is also called take damage. Let's call this one receive as well, so that it's consistent. Receive damage, receive heal, die, and maybe cast heal. And anything else? Probably want to do something similar for the monster. Oh, it also has this fun stuff. We can make it simpler. I love it. We can make it mucho simpler. So what we did is apparently okay. So we want const. No, wait. I'm in the wrong place. Here, there it is. We can remove all of that. We can say on update set position to curve position. Set to curve position. Which is a constant. Oops, constant, and what it does, it takes this fun stuff, and now what do? We do all of this down here, but we can also just copy it from the adventurer, which makes things simpler. Where is my... Yeah. Then this one becomes just path. And that's it. Nice. And all of this we can completely ignore. Bams! I think that's it. That said, we probably want to enable our dev mode again, and then we object has no property cast heal. Adventurer. Heal. But it's a good idea to rename it, huh? Cast heal dot name cast heal. Receive heal, cast heal. Maybe we put these two together, and attack and receive damage and die. Also makes sense to have those together. Now this one should be called cast heal. And this should work now. No. Property heal does not exist on type adventurer. This here. Wait. That means I can just look at this one. Adventurer dot cast here is correct. We didn't save the main scene. Okay, there we go. So amazing adventurer 1. We have attack, we have receive damage, we have die, we have cast heal, we have received here. Cast damage looks like this, receive heal looks like this, die is like this. We cannot revive. Now they take damage, and when they attack, they do this. For our monster friend, we can do something similar, I think. We can do something very similar. However, so having this, I'm gonna rename this again to debug something. Debug receive damage and debug receive heal. The reason for that being we can now split it up here. That must be capital D. Debug tag and receive heal. Debug receive heal. The important part is actually right there, the name, which I forgot is a thing in .GUI. So let's see. Looks good. Wow, that's a big one. An atom that attack us. Atoms are, I think, like Cyclops pretty much. Are they? Atom. Ah, they are the double heads. Nice. So we have take damage, which should be receive damage. Ramps. Debug receive damage. Bumps. We have debug attack, and that's it. Because monsters cannot heal, which makes sense. Debug receive damage dot name, and we call that receive damage. And then we have dot debug attack, and we call it whamps attack. Anything else that we need to debug on the monster side? Look at it go! Receive some damage, bams, and it's almost dead. Maybe 14. But then we see something. Ouch. Ouch. And it's dead. Ouch. Nice. I like it. I like it. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was absolutely a good one. Both on this part, that everything looks just nicer inside of here. And other than that, the fact that we can get rid of this path and curve variable and really just do everything locally in this one attack function. Really nice. Super happy with that. And we also fixed the bug. The bug that the heal cast animation is actually not working after we have actually attacked. So this is, let's see, episode 28, and also I think this is the point where we stopped today. Fix after attack heal cast heal animation, heal cast animation not working. Cast heal cast by same char adventurer is our term, not animated. And we also kind of have a refactor here, which is use names for functions in .GUI, and we have a refactor get rid of global data fields path and curve in adventurer and monster. And there it goes. And all of this you can find online at our GitHub. There it is in the chat up there. And also for you probably on that side? I'm not sure. Yeah, here, most of the time. Except you moved your chat bar, which is probably possible. So thank you very much for joining us. Also, thank you, Young Hydra. It was a pleasure to get to know you, and looking forward to see you next time, and looking forward to see all of you amazing people next time and talking to you and doing some more coding. And in the meantime, so I will do, have some fun with the AWS stuff that we saw earlier today, as well as maybe I will actually stream that. I'm not sure. Maybe I will stream that tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. I will definitely work on it because my personal deadline is soonish. Other than that, I thank you and wish you a great evening or early morning if you're in the US, or good night if you're on the other side of the globe, more on the Asian region. Have a good one. Goodbye, everybody.